On behalf of Ludhiana Management Association, I welcome Mr. Venkatesh Kinney. He is President and CEO, India and Southwest Asia, Coca-Cola India Limited. And I also welcome the team members from Coke, Mr. Bhupinder Suri, who is Vice President Operations, Mr. Rajneet Kohli, who is Director Operations, and Mr. Ravinder Bhatia, who is GM Operations. We also welcome Mr. KK Goenka and Shalini Goenka, who are from Ludhiana Beverages. To formally welcome, I would now request a floral welcome. First of all, I request Mr. D.L. Sharma ji to present the bouquet to Mr. Kinney. I request Mr. Sameer Nair to welcome Mr. Kinney, please. I will request Mr. D.K. Sindhwani ji to please welcome Shri K.K. Goenka. Friends, as you know that this is 10th Sardar Manjeet Singh Memorial Lecture. I would request all the dignitaries on the dais and the family of Sardar Manjeet Singh to please come near the lamp post so that we are able to light the lamp.
Something will never end.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You must have observed that when I welcomed Mr. Venkatesh Kinney, I mentioned about his resignation as President and CEO, whereas on the board here you find Deputy President. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Kinney as he is being promoted, and we got to know about that today on Saturday. Congratulations. And he says Ludhiana is very lucky. We'll definitely call you next time for your next promotion before you So now this is 10th, like I mentioned, Sardar Manjeet Singh Memorial Lecture. Sardar Manjeet Singh was President of Ludhiana Management Association. Now, a few words about Sardar Manjeet Singh. I'll request Shri Anil Kumar, our past President, to share a few words about Sardar Manjeet Singh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that this house requires an introduction to Mr. Manjeet Singh, who was a dear friend to all of us. But still, maybe as a formality, and for the few of you who maybe joined joined LMA late and were not part of LMA during his tenure. Mr. Manjeet Singh belonged to well-known family of Riyadh family of Ludhiana, was born in 1955. He was a graduate engineer, and he founded and ran a company known as Carl Springs during his life, and did it very, very successfully, as much as that LMA was proud in conferring the Young Entrepreneur Award on him during his tenure at that time. He took over as president of Ludhiana Management Association in 2003. And perhaps the most important function of Ludhiana Management Association in its history of almost 35 years was held during his tenure when we celebrated our Silver Jubilee. And then President of India, Dr. Abdul Kalam, was the guest. And it was perhaps the best function ever held in Ludhiana, not in LMA, but in Ludhiana, the clock of precision, the entire function went, and President personally, in fact, President was supposed to speak for 10 minutes on the total schedule. He spoke for almost 30 minutes in that function. And very, very fondly remember the presidential speech delivered by Dr. Mr. Manjeet Singh, which was far excellent speech, and maybe जिसमें कहते हैं कि एक particular day में सरस्वती का वास होता है, and that was the period when very soon thereafter we lost him during his tenure as president. He passed away very suddenly, but there was an excellent talk, a speech, a presidential address delivered by Sardar Manjeet Singh. Manjeet Singh during his tenure, rather total career, was recipient of many awards, as one of the best suppliers award from Maruti Limited, for whom he was an OEM supplier. Then he was a good friend to all. In fact, I would not like to go to the formal biodata of Sardar Manjeet Singh. Whosoever came in touch with Manjeet Singh found him to be a very good friend. And that was the best quality he had ever. In fact, today I got an email from Guinea talking about his qualities, and they said that even today we don't want to remember him as if Manjeet Singh was this. We still say Manjeet is this because he still guides the life of the entire family, and many of, and very rightly she mentioned that many of his friends have not deleted his name from the contact list in their mobile phones till date. He was such a good friend. Those who are part of LMA would remember that we had some kind of internal strife during his presidency for a year before that. I was also, as being vice president during his tenure as president, was with him. With kind of calmness, kind of sobriety, he handled the entire issue, is something which we still remember. So, in fact, I am one of those lucky fellows who delivered Manjeet Memorial Lecture last year. It is my privilege that I get this opportunity to talk about Manjeet Singh, and we fondly remember him. And it was a unanimous decision taken immediately that we will continue with this annual Manjeet Memorial Lecture as soon as in 2004 this decision was taken. And it's good that we are in LMA, we are able to continue this series, barring me being one of the speakers last year. We have got excellent speakers in all the 9 years, and we are proud that we have Mr. Kinney today to deliver the 10th Memorial Lecture. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. So the topic for today is building a sustainable business. I hope, I think this is the need of the hour for all of us to make sure that the businesses are sustainable. And we are not talking about only the profitability, but we are also talking about the social and environmental risks, obligations, and the opportunities, and how do we really measure that. This is what we call in terms of the triple bottom line in terms of profits, people, and planet. For doing full justice, we have a great speaker with us, but I would request, before the speaker is asked to come over here, I will request Shivani Bajwa. Can I request Shivani to please introduce the guest speaker?
Members of the dais, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. I have the privilege to introduce our guest speaker today. A warm welcome to you, Mr. Kinney, and congratulations on your promotion. If I may just throw some light on his career. Mr. Venkatesh Kinney has over 24 years of sales, marketing, general management experience in India, USA, and in global roles, of which 15 have been with the Coca-Cola Company. He is currently the President and CEO Coca-Cola India and Southwest Asia, with responsibility for all business unit operations and functional leadership. Prior to his current assignment, he was Vice President of Global Marketing for Juice, where he led the global design rollout of the Minute Maid master brand and helped create $3 million brands. From 2006 to 2009, he was the Vice President Marketing for the Coca-Cola Company in India and Southwest Asia, a member of the team that successfully turned around Coke's India business. He has also managed marketing for Coke's global bottled water business and sparkling flavors business for Coca-Cola North America. Before joining Coke, Venkatesh Kinney worked at Asian Paints and ITC, two of India's most respected companies. Mr. Venkatesh Kinney obtained a BA in Economics from the Delhi University and an MBA from the Indian Institute of Management in Ahmedabad, India. Thank you, Mr. Kinney, for coming here, and I would request you to come and start your talk, please. Thank you.